Hi, my name is Maggie Liu. I'm here as a representative of the National Wheat Growers Association. Today I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons of mandatory GMO labeling. First of all, is GMO labeling actually necessary? Non-GMO foods are currently already labeled as certified organic, so labeling implies a warning about GMO foods without actually providing any new information. This is supported by current labeling policy, which states that any type of GE food that has a significantly different nutritional properties must be labeled as GMO. So let's take a look at currently proposed litigation. California Proposition 37, or the zero tolerance policy, requires that any food that contains greater than 0% GMOs must be labeled containing GMO product. This is in comparison to Japan, which allows 5% of the topping 3 ingredients to contain GMO product, and the European Union, which allows 0.9% allowance levels. So what does this mean? This means that a lot of the USDA certified organic food that we eat today will no longer be certified as organic. Plants are not grown in closed systems. Plants do cross-pollinate, and historically that is how a lot of breeding originally occurred. Even in the wheat industry, where the majority of breeding occurs through self-pollination, some degree of cross-pollination does occur. So assuming that all of this can be separated is simply unrealistic. That is not to say that there are no pros to GMO labeling, the primary being consumer rights. Consumers do have a right to know what they are eating, either for religious or ethical reasons. Some consumers may choose not to consume GMO products because of concerns about eating animal DNA, despite the fact that currently no animal DNA containing product is on the market. 21 countries and the European Union have implemented mandatory GMO labeling. But here's something to consider. Would mandatory labeling actually increase consumer choice? There was a short time period in the late 1990s where GMO containing foods were found in European markets. However, after that, they have basically disappeared off the shelves, and further study of the Japanese markets shows the same thing. It is virtually impossible to find any type of GMO containing food in both of these markets because of the stigma associated with warning labels. What does this mean for the farmers in the industry? It means that organic farmers will grow. As of currently May 2012, 3% of the US food industry is organic growers, but the question is, will they grow fast enough to provide the food that we need to implement the changes we want under mandatory labeling? But that also means, conversely, that 97% of the farmers in America are not growing organically. What is going to happen to these farmers? Will they have the ability to convert to organic growing, especially in the face of a decreasing market share? What does this mean to consumers? This means that there is going to be a significantly difference in cost. There's going to be an increase in the price of organics as demand increases, but there's also going to be an increase in the price of food in general, because GMO labels are paid for by the companies that use GMOs, and this cost will be passed on to the consumer. But another thing that we need to consider is, what is the cost to society? The most unhealthy group of consumers today is the poorest percentage of America today. Do they have the resources to pay for this increase in food? We're telling them that basically they're going to have to, because GMO foods are going to disappear from the market. So in summary, the disadvantages of mandatory labeling include the labeling of GE foods, which imply warning about health risks, despite the fact that it has been proven that there are no significant differences in health. Labeling of GE foods to fulfill the desire of some consumers would actually impose a cost for all consumers. Rather than offering people more choice, we're actually creating less choice for consumers, since retailers will eliminate GE products from shelves. Consumers who want to buy non-GE products can already purchase certified organic foods, and the food system infrastructure that we have in America today cannot support the level of segregation that would be necessary to segregate GE foods and non-GE products. These are some of the resources that I used for my information. Thank you for your time.